Hi, my name is Andrew DeSanti, and I am providing a case briefing for the copper theft that occurred at 1234 West 18th Street at James Denton Park. Once Officer Hand got to the scene of the burglary that had damage and theft of property, he noted that there was a front-end loader that was on the worksite that he believed was used to dig up the pipe containing copper wire, and that the copper wire was removed. The officer also noted that there was damage done to the two electrical breakers and meter boxes. One was on the concession stand and the other was on the utilities building. The door panels to the boxes were removed and the wires were cut, as well as the power meters were removed. The officer on the scene took photographs around the area for evidence, and the exposed wires on the electrical box at the concession were processed for DNA. There were also samples that were collected from the access panel and the removed door panel. The front-end loader's steering wheel and bucket control lever were processed for touch DNA as well. Unfortunately, because of the heavy rain, there weren't any shoe impressions visible in the soft dirt around the area, and there was no point in testing the large pieces of pipe that were removed. The officer also took elimination buccal swabs from Mr. Hayward and Mr. Oglesby, since they discovered all of the damage on the scene and found that the amount of damage would cost more than $10,000, and they were on the scene before the officers even arrived. In my interview, I spoke with a resident in the neighborhood named Dwight Hicks. Mr. Hicks has been living in the neighborhood for around 12 years, and he told me that the park has been being remodeled for approximately 1 year. The night of the incident, Mr. Hicks was walking his dog around the normal time he usually walks his dog, which is 10 p.m., and he walks his dog around the loop that actually circles the park. And when he was walking, he was probably about 50 to 60 feet away, but he was able to see the electrician and the electrician's vehicle, but all he saw was that the electrician was inside the panel box and didn't notice anything suspicious at that point. And it is the same electrician he normally sees, including the same vehicle. He was only able to see this for about 20 to 30 seconds as he walked past. The person he saw was a white male that was approximately 5'11" in tan jeans and a reddish maroon polo. Mr. Hicks did not notice anything or anyone with him and didn't think anything suspicious was happening, so therefore he was unaware of a crime that was being committed. Assuming that Calvin Birchfield was the criminal in this case, since he knew how to use the park equipment on the construction site and knew where everything was located inside the park, before bringing this suspect in to interrogate and interview him, I would probably seek more information from the other people that were in the park and other neighbors that may have had cameras around their houses or might have noticed something that Mr. Hicks did not.